Okay, so last class, are you clear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good
Okay,
morning, ma'am.
good morning. Okay, so last class we discussed about animal kingdom, right? So animal
Yes,
kingdom,
ma'am.
yes, in animal kingdom we discussed about cell, all levels of organizations. So in levels of organization, what were the five levels of organization? It started from cell, right? Cellular level. Then came the tissue level. So this chapter is all about the tissues. Okay. So what is a tissue? Tissue, it is a group of cells. It is nothing but a group of cells, and which which have a like specific function, right? So that is known as a tissue. So there are tissues in plants also, in animals also, but since this is zoology, we'll be discussing about animal tissues. Okay, I have given a little bit of brief introduction that class only while discussing animal kingdom, but this is the chapter. This is a very small chapter. Just the four types of tissues are there. There is animal tissue divided into four types. Okay, so four types of tissues are there. Only that the diagrams are a little bit essential, and then about what the characteristics of the tissue. So this is a very short chapter and also easy one. Okay, so tissue velocity, it is a group of cells. Okay, this is the definition for tissue. Tissue is a group of cells with common origin and structure and function. So, the tissues, they are in animals, they are divided into four types. That is epithelial, you can say epithelial, connective, muscular, and visual. Four types of tissue. So first, we will discuss about epithelial tissues. Okay, so what are the epithelial tissues? This one also a little bit I discussed. Like it body linings. Okay, it covers the body linings like your what to say all those epithelial cells they what to say they line the surface, okay, line the surface of our body. Here you can see the function. Absorption is required. Absorption is the function of epithelial tissues. It absorbs, then secretions, then also we have cilia. Cilia is, you can see here diagram. I'll show you the diagram. These are the cilia. Okay, cilia is nothing but like they are how to say thread-like, or you can say thread-like or hair-like. Yes, it will be like hair. Okay, hair-like projections. That is known as cilia. Cilia has different functions. For motility, also sometimes cilia is required. But in the case of epithelial cells, cilia does not perform like those motility functions. But then it bears the cilia. Okay, the epithelial cells. Okay. And the examples of where they are found in the linings, I said. Where linings you can say like skin, right? Skin is a lining of your body, right? It is like covering of your body. So skin is made up of epithelial cells. Then epithelial cells, I'm saying because those cells will only make tissues, right? A group of cells, they will only make tissues. So epithelial cells, that's why I'm telling, because epithelial cells can only form epithelial tissue. So those cells, they form the lining from the of your body, means, the surface of your body, like the skin. Then you can see the blood vessels. See, what are the blood vessels? Those what to say? The capillaries, veins, and arteries, all those, everything, and the organ surface of the organs. So all those means layers. Okay, above layers, all those are made up of epithelial cells and or epithelial tissue is there. Okay, your skin is made up of epithelial tissue. Just remember that. Okay. These are like technical terms that you need to remember. Like these are the what to say. Uh, this like are closely packed with intercellular species in it. These are like these are points when you are asked to write about epithelial cells, you can include these points. Okay, these are the characters that are present in epithelial cells. So when we said like it is closely packed with no intracellular space, which means It is intracellular space with, between two cells there will be no space. Okay, between two cells there will be no space and they are closely packed. It means close to one another. Okay, each cell close to one another. You can see here like this one cell, two, three, four. Many cells are there, right? They are stuck to one another. There is no space between them. That is why this one is closely packed with intercellular means inside the cell. Okay, intercellular. Within the like between cells. Between two cells there will be no space. Then okay, and there is no blood supply in the epithelial cells. Therefore, like have you seen like when you get a like bruise, you know, when you're like you have fell down or you just brushed yourself against a wall or something like that. So you get a bruise, you lose some skin, but only the light skin means very thin skin. No, that part of the skin that does not what to say that no blood comes out. Have you ever seen it? So like if you brush yourself, like if you bruise yourself when you like fall little bit, okay, so when that skin it comes out, I don't know what you guys call it, but for Assamese people it is known as the makhi sal. Okay, skin that skin when it peels off, when it comes off, it does not, it causes pain no doubt, but then there is no blood vessels in there, it is not supplied by blood vessels. That is why no blood comes out. Okay, no blood comes out because that skin, it just layers, it is the layer, but it does not have any blood vessels. No blood vessels are there. That is why no blood comes out when you get that minute bruise. Okay, so that is there. Then there's this is the what to say, this is the structure of epithelial cell. And epithelial tissues are also the three types. Okay, epithelial tissues are also three types, that is squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Okay, this is the squamous, flat, it is flat. You have seen this is flat, that is why it is squamous. And this is cuboidal, by the name uh, it suggests it is in the form of cube, like square like, right? So that is cuboidal. Then this is columnar, in the shape of columns, long, okay, like this one, this is also a columnar. It is a more magnified image, and this is the small one. So the for squamous, squamous, cuboidal and columnar, those are the what to say uh, types of epithelial tissue. Okay, they are the types of epithelial tissue. Now there are some, this is columnar. Okay, this looks like this, but there are some columnar tissues which have cilia. Some this columnar tissue, they do not have any cilia, but there are some columnar tissues which have cilia. Okay, so this is actually not the third type. This only three types are there, but columnar tissues, columnar epithelial tissues, they have some of them have cilia and some don't. This is the cilia, hair-like projections, that is known as cilia. So some have cilia and some do not have cilia. Okay, so epithelial tissue, they are closely packed and there is no space between the cells, between two cells. Okay, and they are not supplied with blood vessels, and they form your skin, your linings of the gut, or your blood vessels and every linings. They form the linings. Okay, linings means coverings, or and the organs also, the coverings of the organs made up of epithelial tissues. And there are three types, that is squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Squamous is flat. The cells of the epithelial cells in the squamous tissues are flat, and the epithelial cells of the cuboidal tissue is in the shape of a cube, and columnar is columns. And columnar also, there are some columnar tissues which have cilia. So what are cilia? Cilia is a hair-like projections. Okay, it is something. It seems like this. Okay, it cannot be seen like this because it is miniature form. But if you look under microscope, it will seem like this. Okay, so and this cilia, it keeps moving. Movement is there. Okay, so there are three types of epithelial tissues. Okay, squamous, cuboidal and columnar. These diagrams are important. Okay, I'll give this PDF. I'll give this PDF in the group, so no need of taking screenshots. Okay, next type of tissue is connective tissue. This one also a little bit I have discussed last class. Connective.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Uh, these epithelial tissues, ma'am, can you tell in which location
Where it is
each
found?
type of
Where
cells
it is found?
are?
Yes, in the skin. I have one in the skin, in your body skin, right? In the skin there is
Yes,
epithelial
ma'am.
tissue. In the skin covering, that was and that only I was saying. No, like when you get little bit hurt, when you like fall down, little small like very thin skin comes out, right? But you don't get. It does not pain. It pains, but no blood comes out. So that thing, no, little bit. So that is epithelial tissue. So like very thin covering on top of your skin, means in your skin that is known as skin, very thin covering that is formed by epithelial tissues. And there are blood vessels, like there are veins and arteries, right? All those are made up of epithelial tissues. Then the organs in your body, organs, like heart and every organ, no?
Yes,
So organs,
yes,
those are
ma'am.
also made up of epithelial tissues, means coverings, not
Uh,
an entire organ. Okay, that let's just the coverings. Heart is
yes,
made up
ma'am.
of cardiac muscle, but the coverings, yes. Yes.
I meant to ask, ma'am, like if, where is this specific columnar tissue found? Like I think columnar tissue is the outer skin,
Yes.
and you said some organs have these other epithelial tissues. So I wanted to know like where is this flattened cell, cube-like cell, or columnar cell
Or you want to know that
specifically?
specifically? Okay, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Okay, so this, what to say? Cuboidal is okay in the skins and all, no? Skins, just let me admit. Just, here, just tell your uh, students to admit to like join the class very soon, means as soon as it commences. Okay. Anyways, going back to so squamous epithelium, they are also found in the one place it is found is that in your inside your cheek, means inside your mouth, no, inside your mouth cheek, in the cheek inside part. Okay, means when you open your mouth and touch the walls of your cheek from inside, that is made up of squamous epithelium. Okay, there will be, I guess there will be a practical of that, a practical where you will see the squamous epithelium from your cheek. Okay, there is a practical. So squamous epithelium, it is found in the cheek, one place, and then it is also found in the lung. Okay, in some organs. I means now I cannot tell all the organs specifically, but it is one of the organ where it is found. It is the lung. Okay, in the lung, this squamous epithelium is found, and very important place is the cheek, because when you do the practical for cheek cells, no, cheek cells, there is squamous epithelium. That cells, when you do the practical, you will see that in the females and males, you will see that there is a specific term known as a bar body, that is XX chromosome in the females, right? So one X remains dormant and stuff like that. That is a little bit high level, but you'll find that for the girls, you'll find a bar body in the cheek squamous epithelium. Okay, for the boys, you don't find that. Okay, so that is there. So squamous epithelium, it is found on the cheek, and then it is also found in the lung. Lung means in the. Do you remember the when I taught about the what to say, the alveoli, exchange of gas alveoli? So in the alveoli also those squamous epithelium is found. Okay, and in the skin also it is found. Okay, the skin also it is found. Then comes cuboidal. So cuboidal epithelium, it is found in the ducts. Ducts means tubes. Okay, tubes. Ducts means like, I'll give you an example. Saliva. Saliva, from the mouth, saliva comes out, right? So saliva comes out from salivary gland. If you have not heard, so saliva comes out from salivary gland. So that gland, it has a duct. Okay, so saliva, it comes out of the salivary gland through salivary duct. So that duct is nothing but a tube. Okay, so that tube, it also has cuboidal epithelium. Okay, and then in the kidneys also there is cuboidal epithelium. So there are like different organs where this might have this will be found. It is not like in the skin only one type of will be found. It might differ also. Okay, not from individual to individual, but from part to part. Like in some organs, some type of what to say the epithelium cells might be found, and in some organs it might be different. Okay. Next is what to say? Columnar. So columnar, it is found in the intestines. Intestines, all of you know. That is also like sort of a tube only, right? So in the intestines, columnar is found from starting from the stomach. From the stomach, small intestine, large intestine, all those. There is columnar is found. Columnar uh, cells. Columnar cells is found. Okay. So in the skin layers, generally, the squamous epithelium is found, and mainly in the cheek, inside inside your cheek, there is squamous epithelium, and it is easy to like take skin from inside your cheek because I don't know if you have noticed it, but inside your cheek it is wet, right? That is why it is very soft. So there is a practical in which you need to scrape out a little bit little cell from inside your cheek, and then you do the practical. You can see the squamous epithelium inside under the microscope. Okay, is it clear now?
Thank you.
Yeah. So for this class, you don't have to remember specifically, okay, where it is found. You just remember the names and the diagram, which is important. Okay, and just remember the squamous epithelium. This is flat. The cuboidal is cube-like, and the columnar it is in the shape of columns. Columns, those columns, all of them, it is in the shape of columns, and it is what say it. Sometimes there are cilia present on the columnar itself. Sometimes there are not. Okay. Next is So connective tissue also little bit I have discussed last class. So connective tissue, it is nothing. It is known as connective tissue because it connects. From the name itself, it is clear that it helps in connecting something, right? So connective tissue. Let me give you examples for connective tissue. What is a connective tissue? One is the your uh, blood. Blood is a connective tissue. Okay. Blood is a connective tissue. Next, your bones. Bones is made up of this connective tissue. Okay, bone is also a connective tissue because it helps in connecting, right? And the blood is also a connective tissue. Okay, and this for epithelial tissues, we have seen that epithelial tissues are like they're closely packed, right? No space is found between the epithelial tissues. But for the connective tissues, there are sometimes it differs. Okay, like in the bones, there is no space and it's very hard. For the blood, it is not like that. So it is different. So connective tissue, so blood is there, then bones is there, then cartilage. Do you know what is cartilage? Can you hear me? Or just
Yes, ma'am.
so one of you said your my voice is not clear. Maybe it is your network issue. Just check your internet once again. Balu Chadak. Okay. So there is blood, then there is bones, and there is cartilage. So what is cartilage? Do you know what is cartilage?
Ribs, ma'am.
Ribs? No, no. Ribs is a bone. Ribs is bone. Ribs is also bone, right? That is a bone. The skeleton, the ribs, it's a bone. Okay, so what is a cartilage? I'll give you a very simple example which you can relate. Okay, all of you, most of you are non-veg, I guess. You have eaten chicken, So while you're eating chicken, when you get that leg piece, okay, and the joint of that leg, the joint, there you will see a white portion, white one. Some people used to eat it. Okay, no taste, just crunchy, no taste. White portion. Have you seen it? On like in the joints, no, there will be joint, like
Yes,
in the wings also, in the wings also, and in the knees, knee portions, there will be joint, and in between the joints there will be a white uh, portion which like forms as a cup on the bone. Okay, it forms as a cup, and that portion some people eat it, and it is very crunchy sort of, and it does not have any taste. So that is there. And then your ear. Have you ever wondered, like, how can you move your movements? How can you like ear? It is very stiff, right? It is very stiff. Yet you can bend your ear. Okay, so it is, since you can bend your ear, one thing you are clear that it is not a bone, right? If it is a bone, then you'll get hurt also, and it won't be like
Bun
you
Sải,
cannot
nó
bend it.
Jakhar ya Musulman.
Okay, so uh, that your ear, that is a cartilage. Okay, so what is a cartilage now? Cartilage is something that is between blood and bone. Means cartilage is not as hard as bone, but not as soft as blood, not as liquid as blood. Okay, it is hard, yet it is little bit flexible. It is like a soft plastic. Okay, and just for you to understand, it is not nothing compared to plastic. Okay, just it is like some sort of bendable plastic kind of structure. Okay, that white thing some people used to eat while in the sternum also, in the breast area also, for the chickens there is the cartilage found. Okay. So connective tissue, it is of three types. One is proper, one is supporting, and one is fluid. Okay, proper, supporting, and fluid. So proper, it is of again three types: areolar, adipose, and uh, fibrous. Then connect supporting, it is of two types, that is cartilage and bone, because these are hard, and fluid because blood and lymph. Okay, these are fluid. So connective tissues. So that is why blood is sometimes known as liquid connective tissue. Okay, blood is sometimes known as liquid connective tissue because blood is liquid. Fluid means liquid. Okay. So these are connective tissue of three types, that is proper, supporting, and fluid. Proper again of three types. You just remember this chart, flow chart, then it will be easy. Okay. And supporting, it is cartilage and bone. Then supporting, why it is known as supporting? Because it provides support, right? This stiff provides support. Fluid, because it is liquid. Next come muscular. Muscular, all of you know, all of you are familiar with the muscular tissue because muscles, it is the muscles. Okay, it forms the muscles. Muscular tissue, it forms the muscles. You please give your attendance, all of you. If you have not given it, don't give it multiple times, just once. Okay. Muscular tissue. Muscular tissue forms the muscles. Okay. So, there are proteins, that is actin and myosin. Actin, myosin, these proteins are there in the muscles. They help in like this microfilaments, microtubules, all those are there in the muscles. Okay, microfilaments and microtubules I won't discuss as more because this is a very tough part and it is very complicated. It will be essential only for master's studies. Okay. That is known as cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is there, and in the cytoskeleton, there are three types of filaments are there in the cytoskeleton. That is, one is microtubules, one is microfilaments, and one is intermediate filaments. So that is not required here for now. So just remember that muscles, these are the like muscles in your body. Those are formed by the muscular tissues. And they are long cells. As you can see here, these are long cells. And the proteins are present, like contractile proteins. Why they are known as contractile proteins? Because they help in contraction. Okay, muscles they can contract and relax, right? All the muscles you can stiff it, you can make it stiff and then you can relax it. That is why we known as contractile protein. Okay, and in the movement also everywhere this contractile protein play a very very important role. That is why this is known as contractile protein, and contractile proteins you can see the most important contractile protein is actin and myosin. And there is troponin and tropomyosin also, but most important is actin and myosin. Okay, just remember the names that will be. Okay, and see muscle cell. You have not. You will not like hear someone saying muscle cell. Muscle cell is not generally said. It is known as a muscle fiber. Why fiber? Since it is long. You can see here long. Okay, since these cells are long, that is why it is known as muscle fiber instead of muscle cell. Okay, and then muscle cells or muscle fibers, there are three types. One is striated, this is the striated, this is smooth, and this is cardiac. Cardiac, all of you know where is the cardiac muscle found? Where is the cardiac muscle found?
Heart, ma'am.
Heart, yes. Cardiac muscle is found in the heart. And skeletal muscle or striated muscle, where is it found?
In the bones, ma'am.
In the bones.
On the bones, ma'am.
Huh?
On the bones, ma'am.
On the bones. On the bones. Okay, then smooth muscle. Smooth muscle.
Biceps, ma'am.
Biceps. Biceps. Are you sure?
Not sure, ma'am. Just guessing.
Okay. So smooth muscle, they are located. They are also located in the walls of the organs. Okay, in the organs, except the heart. The heart it is specific to the cardiac muscle. Except the heart, the other organs, there the smooth muscle is found. Okay, in the what to say, in the walls of the organs. Okay. Then the cardiac muscle, all of you know. Then striated muscle. Striated muscle is the what to say, the skeletal muscle. Yes, it is in uh, the skeleton. The skeleton is from the skeleton, or it is also known as skeletal muscle or striated muscle. Same thing, skeletal or striated. This is the structure. And why striated? Because see, these are the striations. If you see the diagrams, it will be very clear. Striations means these are the like there are what to say. Do you know striations? It is hard for me to explain. Do you know? Have you heard of striations? Don't think of any scientific term, just normal English. Do you know groove? Groove?
Ma'am.
Do you know groove? Groove? GROOVE.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is some sort of striations, just some sort of grooves or ridges, you can say, ridges or grooves. So since these grooves are there, that is why it is known as, these are known as striations, and that hence the term striated trunk. And there is nucleus. All cells have a nucleus, so this all will also have nucleus. Okay, so these are nucleus, these striations are there. Here also striations are there, but the striated muscle, generally the skeletal muscle, the name comes from the this striations are there. In the sports muscle, there is no striations. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
In the diagram of the skeletal muscle, is the nucleus shared between two cells?
No. Inside the cell, not between two cells. Inside the cell only. Not between two cells. It will be in individual cells only. Okay. Nucleus will be in individual cells. It does seem like two cells, right? It is not two cells. It is single cell. One nucleus for
Okay,
each
ma'am.
cell. Yes. Just remember, cells, nucleus will be always found inside the cell. Okay, not in between or not elsewhere. always inside the cell. Nucleus is sometimes considered as a cell organelle. What is in the cell organelle? Cell organelle means whatever organs that is present inside the cell, not organs that is known as organelle. That is present inside the cell. That is known as cell organelle. Nucleus is also sometimes considered as cell organelle, although it is not completely cell organelle, but it is sometimes considered as cell organelle. Like mitochondria is inside the cell, that is a cell organelle, right? So nucleus also positions inside the cell. Okay, next is neural tissue. Neural tissue is very easy. Oh, for you guys, I didn't teach this one. For some other class, there is this chapter also and another chapter also based on completely the nervous system. Nervous system means all the nerve cells or neurons. Neurons. Have you seen neurons? This is the structure of a neuron. Have you seen this diagram ever earlier? Yes, obviously you have seen it in your school. Right. So this is a nerve cell. This is a cell. Okay, this is a cell. This is a nerve cell, also known as neuron. So this neural tissue, it is made up of neurons. Okay, and generally it is made up of neurons. But there are also one more type of cells that is known as neuroglia cells or neuroglial cells. Same thing. Neuroglia cells or neuroglial cells. Okay, so this neural tissue, they are of this nervous tissue and neural tissue, same thing. Okay, nervous and neural tissue, same thing. So neural tissue, it is of two types, that is neurons and neuroglia. Neuroglia does not play so much important role, but neurons, it plays a very important role. Okay, and these neurons are known as structural and functional unit of neural system or nervous system or neural system. And the I'll explain this one, then you will get to know. Okay, so this is a structure of a nerve cell or neuron, and it is of it has three parts. One is cell body. This is let me make this little bit big. Okay, so this is the cell body. Okay, this is the cell body. Okay. So this is the cell body. This portion is known as the cell body. Neuron, it has three parts. Okay, one is this is the cell body. Then comes the dendrites. These branches, these are known as dendrites. Then this long stalk or like stick-like thing, no, this is known as axon. So neuron, it has three parts. One is cell body, second is dendrites and axon. Okay, so inside the cell body there will be nucleus. This is the nucleus inside. Like every cell, only the red blood cells do not have a nucleus, but every other cell has a nucleus. Okay, so this is also a cell, so this will also have a nucleus. So this is the nucleus. Okay, and there will be cytoplasm here. There will be cytoplasm here. And these small dots, no, these are known as Michel's granules. And what are these Michel's granules? Granules means they are small fragments, okay? And what are these fragments? Where does this fragment come from? These fragments are nothing but the broken parts of endoplasmic reticulum or ER, endoplasmic reticulum. That is a cell organelle. I hope you have heard it, right? Endoplasmic reticulum. So these are small fragments of endoplasmic reticulum scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay, and these are dendrites. The small branches are dendrites, and then this is nucleus. Okay, and this is the axon. This one is the axon. Then this small dot, this one, and this one. This is the Schwann cell. Okay, this is the Schwann cell. Now, the Schwann cell is a type of neuroglia cell. Is it clear? So neurons is a one type of cell, and second type is neuroglia cell. And Schwann cells is a type of neuroglia cells. Okay, so this Schwann cells, what is the function of this Schwann cell? This Schwann cell, the function of this Schwann cell is to develop this envelope, and this envelope is known as the myelin sheath. Okay, this envelope on top of the axon, this covering on top of the axon, this is known as a myelin sheath, and this myelin sheath is formed by the Schwann cell. Alright, and what is the function of this myelin sheath? These neurons, they carry electrical impulses. Okay, electrical impulses are carried by the neuron. So they will carry electrical impulses, and this myelin sheath, they will serve as insulator. Okay, conductor and insulator, you know, conductor means good. It will allow electricity to pass through it, and insulator means it will not allow electricity to pass through it. So this myelin sheath will act as insulators. Okay, and in these portions where the myelin sheath is not found, these nodes or this portion where myelin sheath is not found, it is known as node of Ranvier. And this one, like what to say, it resembles like a root, right? Tree root. So this is the axon terminal, and this bulb-like thing, small, this is the synaptic knob. So this is the structure of a neuron, and this is very important. Okay, this structure you need to learn to draw it with labeled diagram. Okay, and there are different types of neuron also. There are different types of neuron. Like in some neurons, dendrites are less, and some neurons dendrites are not found even. Okay, so there are different types of neuron, but this is a normal general neuron. So studying about this is enough. Okay, so this is a neural tissue. Neural tissue is made up of two types of cells, that is neurons and neuroglia cells. Neurons, this one, neurons or nerve cells, same thing, and neuroglia cells, one type, you know, neuroglia cells, that is what? That is Schwann cells. Okay. Okay. This is all about neural. Okay. These are the four types of tissues, that is epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. Okay. I'll give the notes. This PDF, I'll forward it to you. This writing this much was only enough, but I explained more just for your own knowledge. Okay, any doubts from this portion, please ask. And if you have not given your attendance yet, please give it. Okay, any doubts from this portion, please ask.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you can leave if you don't have any doubts. You can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.